Hello and welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and this is a reading for the energy of Mars in Virgo. So, Mars is in Virgo right now, and let's see how long ago he entered. I say he. Mars went into Virgo around July 26th, and right now, the reason why I was looking at this placement is because I have Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus all in Virgo. And at this time, well, not quite yet, Mars is transiting my natal Jupiter, Saturn, and Venus. So I thought I would do a reading for myself to see what that meant for me and what I needed to work on and what my actions are to be. And then I thought it would be a good idea to do a reading for the collective to see what your action should be. Now, Mars is a fiery planet. He is a initiator. Sometimes he can kind of pop off, but he's our warrior planet, right? He gets things done, gets things started, and he's very action oriented. And Virgo is quite the opposite. Virgo is the more so feminine energy, right? Virgo is the energy of being organized, of being Virgo is very a creative energy too. So we think about mother energy. We think about gestationaries. There are thousands of galaxies in the Virgo constellation, and so we think about masculine and feminine coming together, and those two energies melding. And how can we work with those two energies? Sorry, I had to pause the video. Like, as usual, got lots of people just moving around in my house. I actually should have recorded this a little bit earlier because my husband and my son went to the gym, but I had some other things I wanted to do. Anyway, so Mars and Virgo, and let me check how. I think that it's going to come out. Mars is going to come out the 22nd. Increase the days and the transit on here. So, oh, actually, it's the 22nd. Oh, it's the August 22nd is when Mars conjuncts my Venus. And then, so let me see. Let's keep going. Mars. So around October 11th, let me get a more precise date for you. Okay, let's see. Almost there. Yeah. Around October 11th, Mars will go into Libra. And I do want to take a moment to remind you guys that I do practice constellational astrology. So right now, Mars is in the actual star constellation of Virgo. I don't practice tropical astrology. I have nothing against it, and sometimes I even refer to my tropical chart. But I do read constellational astrology. I read what's going on in the sky. So yes, so Virgo is a rather large constellation, and it's going to take Mars quite some time to get there. So he went in on the 26th, and then he's leaving on the 11th. He will be in Libra of October. So went in on July 26th, and it took him, let's see, how many months is that? So July to August is 1, August to September is 2. So about 2 months and almost 2 weeks Mars was in Virgo. Excuse me, Mars will be in Virgo. Okay. All right. So with that being said, so here we go, a reading for Mars and Virgo, what those energies could mean for you. I suggest for you to go to drdanny.com and run a chart for your birthday, and then run a chart for today. And then you can and maybe print one out or put one on your screen and then you can see where Mars is in relation to your Mars or to your natal Virgo. Okay, if you need some help, just email me and I can show you how. So let's go ahead and transition over to the reading. Now here we have, check out these edges. This is the Phantom, and I'm thinking, my bad, it's the Phantom Wise Tarot. And this is actually part of a hashtag that Elizabeth from The More Intuitive Me and I are doing. We swapped some decks. And this is her deck. And she did an amazing edging job on here. It doesn't actually come with a red edge. She edged everything. It's a black and white deck. Very cool. And I thought this would be great for the reading today. And then here we have Tarot Avatar by Gabby Angus West. This one has gold edges. Love it. And it is a Frida Kahlo inspired deck. And then down here is the Jade Oracle, which is a Mesoamerican energies deck using the theos of the Mesoamerican people, namely the Mexica. And I'm going to start using this deck for dream work. I'm taking the advice, or Elizabeth at The More Intuitive Me does this thing where she uses decks to help her dream. And it's been a long while since I have been working with my dreams or even really remembering them. So I'm hoping that this exercise is going to help me with remembering my dreams. Okay, so we're going to pull an oracle card at the end. I think I'm going to do Tarot Avatar for the three main energies. Okay. So let's go ahead. We are thinking about Mars and Libra. We've got Mars, masculine energy, in a feminine sign. And he's transiting her area. He's transiting. So Mercury rules the constellation of Virgo. My teacher likes to say that Venus should rule the constellation of Virgo. And I feel that. I have a lot of Virgo energy in my chart, and I feel more of the mercurial energy in my chart rather than the Venusian. So while I did say, and I did in the beginning, I did believe that Venus should rule Virgo, but I think there could be some gray right there, some gray area. And it could be contingent on certain things. Virgo's a big constellation, and so this is another topic for another video. So let's go ahead and get started on this reading. All right, Mars in Virgo. Let's see, 5 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Wands in reverse, and 10 of Pentacles. I love this. I really love this. I like how we've got the Tree of Life, the Severus, I believe it's called, on her back. And then it looks like we've got dendrites as well. And then here we have Michelangelo, I believe. He is the perfect man on her back. And it's very interesting that this woman is comforting this woman. The woman with the black bob is Frida Kahlo. And actually, this might be Frida as well. I think this might be 2 Fridas. Right. Oh, you know what? Something just came to me. I feel like this is the perfect Frida. And this is the Frida that lived in our lifetime, in our timeline, in her timeline, was living, because she was living with a lot of pain, physical pain, emotional pain as well. She was a wonderful artist, and her husband was a womanizer, so she had a lot of emotional pain, and I almost feel like these are the 2 women, 2 of the same. It's both Frida Kahlo. I just really noticed that just now. And the Ten of Pentacles is like the legacy card. It's like the handing something down, and it does mean happiness, stability. Over here we have the Five of Swords in reverse and the Five of Wands in reverse. Now, fives in the RWS deck tradition, Golden Dawn tradition, is change, instability, conflict, upheaval. But I sometimes feel that the fives can also mean, yes, a change, but it is a change on a spiritual realm. So you're moving from the stability of the four and the five, and you're going to this pentacle, which takes you to a higher dimension. It takes you to a different type of, what would that be called? Almost like the ether, right? It's a different type of being, a different type, a different place. And so I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Phantom Wise Tarot to see how I want to read this. But we do have air energy, we've got fire here, and we've got earth. And with the two fives presenting in reverse style, it feels to me like there's some conflict going on, and it's sort of beneath the surface. And there's also an issue with the ego that needs to be put in check too. That's also beneath the surface. So let's see what the Phantom Wise has to say about this. I used the second deck to kind of dive deeper into this meaning of the first three cards, right? And I'm noticing we don't have any water energy in here. But Virgo is an earth sign, but water is also feminine. Earth can be feminine, is feminine as well. So, all right, let's see what we got. So we've got the Two of Wands in reversed, fire. We've got the Nines of Wands in reversed, fire. The Four of Pentacles, earth. The Six of Cups, water in reverse. The Five of Pentacles in reverse, and that is earth. And then we have the Hermit, which is associated with Virgo. Interesting. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Cups also in reverse. Okay, let me see if I can scoot this up a bit. Let's move Mr. Owl. I have my little burning waters of the moon thing. I might need to move it. Let me do a quick transition really quick, and I'm going to hide my little emblem here. All right, hide it. Okay. I probably didn't have to transition to hide it. I think I could have. I'm not sure. Okay. Anyway, I use OBS. Okay, let's put it all there. Okay. Oh, I still can't get it all in. Can you hear my cat meowing in the background? I don't know what she wants. I gave her some food. I tried to open the door so she can go outside. I'm not exactly sure what she wants. She's kind of a talkative kitty. She's a sweetie. Actually, she's kind of feisty, to be honest. She'll hiss at me. The other day I was trying to get her to come inside. I'm like, come on, Roxy. She kept running from me. And she would stop and wait. And then I said, come on, Roxy, let's go inside. And she ran around the corner towards our back fence. And then I kind of cornered her and she hissed at me. I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. You don't want to come. I will let you stay outside. So she likes to sleep on my bed. Okay, so Two of Wands in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This entire column here is all in reverse. Okay, I had to pause again. And while my son was rummaging around in the refrigerator and pantry, I noticed that I had my water in the wrong spot. So I put my elements in relation to the directions. So this is the east. I'm facing the east. West is behind me. South is to my right. North is to my left. And so I don't know how I did that. I don't know why it was wrong in the first place. Anyway, okay. And I also took the zoom out, but still it didn't really help. So I'm just going to let it go. My Virgo is showing, I know, but I can't help it because I like things to be, I don't want to say perfect, but let me get to the reading now. All right. Mars and Virgo. Five of Swords. So like I said, this entire column is in reverse. And this is air energy. This could be a little bit of ego. This card is air, mental, thought. And the idea here is that with the Golden Dawn, the idea here is there could be the ego. There's a lot of going on in your mind. There's some changes possibly going in your mind. There's conflict going on in your mind. And that could translate to going out into your physical. Now, we've got two fire signs here, and then we have an earth sign here. So we've got the Seven of Pentacles, and this is our earth in that this is the harvesting card. So the feeling that I get here is that because we have this Nine of Wands and the Two of Wands together, there seems to be a situation of tiredness, of having to repeat, rehash, and there seems to be something that needs to be resolved. There's something that needs a resolution. Our Seven of Pentacles in reverse here is showing it's not even close to being resolved. And so then we go over here to the Four of Pentacles. So there is a feeling of stability. However, with the Six of Cups being in reverse and the Two of Swords being in reverse and the Five of Wands being in reverse, I feel like there is a comfort in the situation that is not being addressed. When I see the Six of Cups in reverse, I always feel like there's some sort of trauma. There's something in the past that hasn't been resolved. There's something in the past that's holding you back. And then we've got the Two of Swords, which means usually there's a decision going on in the mind. There's something to be thought about. There's a weighing of options here. And with our Five of Wands, and with it being in reverse as well, it's our fire card. This is an action card. This usually can mean that there is a conflict, that there's something going on. And so what I'm getting right here from these 8 cards is that the situation going on right now with maybe a relationship or something that maybe needs to be acted upon, it hasn't been addressed properly. There's still some issues that need to be resolved before there can be I want to say resolution, but of course, if the issues aren't resolved, there's not a resolution yet. So what I'm thinking is that because there's there's comfort here. There's comfort in kind of letting things be under the rug, that in order to get to this Ten of Pentacles here, we really need to bring the hurt quote person, which would be this one here with the Tree of Life on her back. Let me bring this closer. And then this person here who is the perfect man, right? So these two need to come within union of one another and accept one another, embrace one another, come together. We also have this crustacean down here, and looks like a fish coming out of the water. And what this is telling me is that like I said, the unresolved issues, something needs to come up out of the depths and bring it forward. And so Hermit here, the Hermit, he is our only major arcana, but he he is the calm within all of this turmoil that's underlying. And so the hermit tells us that we need to sort of come into ourselves and really understand what it is that is bringing us this, that's keeping us from moving forward. And that's what I'm feeling here. There's this stuck energy. We're not moving forward because things are not being addressed. And things are not being addressed because we don't want to stir the pot for some reason. We have the Three of Cups in reverse over here. And what that is telling me is that because of all of this that is not moving, that is some stagnant energy, it's really keeping from the celebration of what it means to be connected to someone, what it means to rejoice in that connection and to spread that love. And I think the Five of Pentacles is also here to tell us that we're not going to be truly happy with our Ten of Pentacles. We're not going to be truly happy with this Ten of Pentacles energy until we can get out of this strife that we're feeling here. Like it's really going to this underlying thing, the emotions, the tension, the turmoil, the conflict is going to keep us from truly being happy in our physical, because it's not complete, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's the reading. And so with Mars being in Virgo, I think this is the right time. And we've got until, what did I say, October 12th? We've got, well, October 11th, until, we'll say the 10th. Until then, to understand the energies first, but then start unraveling this mess, this comfort that we've weaved with all of these tensions that are down beneath the surface. So we're going to use the energy of Mars, the initiator, that fighter, to fight for that beauty, that comfort, that love that Virgo is. And we're going to use the energy of Virgo, who loves unconditionally and who is a creator, a manifester. And we're going to use both that yin and yang energy to create something good, right? And it's going to be that manifestation that we are looking for. We're going to use this energy to manifest. Okay, so let's see what our Theots have to say about that. And I also do my splits with the east, west, north, and south here, right? I work with the directions, I work with the elements, and I honor them. Okay, because they are necessary. Oh, okay. So this is Sholot. Okay. I'm trying to remember, but I might as well not. I just should read it. So it's the twin, El Gemelo. That's Spanish. And for those of you that don't know, I do not speak Espanol. So, all right. I'm referring to the book here. Okay. Xolotl, the Nahuali or twin of Quetzalcoatl, accompanying him to the underworld when he went there to, I believe that's the dog, when he went there to retrieve the bones to create mankind. Xolotl wears a conch shell on his chest, symbolizing his connection to Quetzalcoatl. Xolotl is represented as a dog. The native ancient Mexican dog, a breed known as Xolotzicuintli, was hairless, and we find evidence of it more than 3,500 years ago. Dogs are clearly associated with the underworld. After death, dogs serve as guides for their masters. Their help was crucial for ancient Mexica, when 4 years after death, the deceased crossed the river Chikunahawapam, and the dogs would swim across the river with their masters guiding their way. The Xolotl appears. When Xolotl appears, he is here to help you find your way in the darkness. If you are not sure which way to go, trust the Xolotl is by your side and will guide you. He reminds you that the journey through the darkness is a necessary step to reach the light. When you are facing difficult personal challenges, remember that you have help. And yes, and I believe going deep into this weave that has been woven because of the trauma, because of whatever it is that you're fighting, that you're tired of fighting, you know, um, this is here for a reason, and this is down dark. This is down in the depths, and in order for you to bring that to the light, you're going to have to go down there and you're going to have to face it. And the sholot, the L is silent, by the way. Actually, it's not more. It's more of a sound, almost like your tongue is too fat. So it's sholot, shololot. You know. Anyway, the dog will be by your side. He will be as a guide. So perhaps you can start a meditation and visualize the black dog taking you across this river, taking you down into the depths where you need to go to meet this energy and to bring this energy forward. And take both of them, you know, the hermit energy and the sholot energy, and use both of these energies to bring light to the situation and bring it out of the depths. So okay, so that's what I have for you, and I want to thank you for being a part of this family. I appreciate you being part of the community, and you know, liking the videos, watching the videos, sharing the videos, and this channel wouldn't be anything without you. So I appreciate you. And if you know anybody who can benefit from this reading, pass it on. I think we all have things that we need to work on, and sometimes we just need the assistance of the heavenly bodies to give us that direction, or give us that, be that instigator to help us get somewhere. And also to shine light on things. Sometimes we have no idea what's going on or what the problem is. So, using the stars, using those ancient energies can help us, give us some direction. And so yeah, I think I've decided that I'm going to do a video on how to read your chart. And when I put out these videos, it'll give you some more context, especially when you can see where your natal placements are. And as the current transits of today, and when they pass your natal placements, there's an energy to be dealt with. Sometimes that can create some energies, that can create some emotions, that can create some situations. And if you're aware of those situations, you can deal with them a lot better. So I think that will be a video that I'm going to be working on next. I'll do some screen sharing, and I'll show you guys exactly what you need to do so that you don't need to buy software. You can just use Dr. Danny's website, and you can run your birth chart, run a day chart, and then compare the two. So with that being said, I'll see you next video. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.